Okay, so Democrats. Yeah, I know they're doing a rebrand. They're doing a rebrand. The Democrats just dropped a rebrand, and you want to know who's not in it? AOC and the squad. They're not there. But somehow this kind of rebranding is what's going to get people to believe that the Democrats are hard hitting fighters, that they are going to stick their necks out for you, and that they are going to fight, 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 that they are somehow going to win the day, seize the day. But that's not the case at all, people. What we are witnessing here is a cringe attempt on trying to be relevant after failing for an entire year, dare I say it, 4 years, in not getting us what we want, such as, I don't know, Medicare for all, student debt forgiveness, ending the wars, advancing our infrastructure, ending political insider trading, corruption, all that kind of good stuff. But hold on, because I sat through this, so do you. Folks, the big brain rebrand from the Democrats.
Be good?
Let's go.
Action.
Does he? I'm sorry, Fetterman, look, do you only just dress up for BB and that's it? I mean, my God, you even showed up at Trump's inauguration in shorts and a sweater. People of Pennsylvania, look, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you really could do so much better. I mean, presentation's key. And what I was taught as a kid, when you walk outside the house, you are representing your household, your family, your values, and how you dress. And look, I get it. We all have our lazy days. I have them too. But for the most part, I think we all kind of look somewhat presentable for society. Let's start from the beginning. No more pausing. I apologize.
Be good?
Let's go.
Action.
This is why people hate politics.
Donald Trump will become the 47th president.
Republicans will pull off a political trifecta, controlling the House, the Senate, and the White House.
How can the left possibly come back from this?
Part of his rise, a creative ad campaign.
Tenacious, focused, unstoppable.
If you're doing everything right,
I'm never giving up. I'm never going to forget.
but find it harder and harder to get by.
These folks have been chanting every county, every vote.
You're not alone.
One in a landslide.
He's straight up. He cares about the people.
The only thing that can stop them is us.
When you're poor, you really need a belief in a better future.
As all the attacks come at me, they don't understand what fire I come from.
My phone exploded last night. People said, you have to see this ad.
What was that? Is this the resistance rebranding all over again? Is this the best you can do with some folksy music and trying to say, oh, well, this is how did Trump maintain his political power? How did Trump get reelected in 2024? Well, first of all, Democrats, the default lies with you, Democrat leadership, corporate media. That's how Trump got reelected. All right. You kept on doing all this ridiculous legal lawfare against him where he was on the defense. And you guys thought that he wouldn't get out of it. And I remember saying that when the whole situation was happening in Georgia, I was saying to you, Democrats, repeatedly, over and over again, you better hope that DA is squeaky clean. You better hope all these cases are solid. But see, the thing is, no matter how many times you hit him, it just energized his supporters. See, Trump kept his political organization and power together even after he was defeated in 2020. He kept it together. Democrats, you didn't. Bernie Sanders, you didn't. 2016, 2020, you didn't. You didn't keep it together. And now you're surprised that people went out to vote for Trump and that he won, especially on November 5th in 2024, because he didn't have a plan. These 4 years under Biden and Kamala, what was achieved? Absolutely nothing, which explains why he was reelected in the first place. This was your tactic. But see, the thing is, the Democrats have always been running on these stupid tactics, okay? Because here it is, right here. Just want to pull this up. Here's Hakeem Jeffries Only 53 seconds, folks. This was last year. This was their tactics. Trump is running scared.
Well, Donald Trump is running scared. House Republicans are running scared. Extreme MAGA Republicans are running scared because the focus right now is going to turn back to Project 2025, which is the Trump plan to end America and our values and our path forward as we know it, to turn back the clock. The focus is going to be on the extreme Supreme Court justices who ripped away reproductive freedom from the women of America. The focus is going to be on Trump and his policies of trying to enact big tax cuts for the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected. And we're going to be able to contrast that with our vision of putting people over politics, fighting for lower costs, ending price gouging, defending democracy, standing up for a woman's freedom to make her own reproductive health care decisions, and growing the middle class.
And how that'll work out. By the way, many people are asking, hey, that ad, that agent, the fight agency ad right here, fight agency, this fight agency. Here's their website, about the team. Why we fight. If you're doing everything right, but you find it harder and harder to get by, you're not alone. We know a simple truth about American life. The economy is not delivering enough for people. The election's over. Yeah, it's not. It's not doing anything. And a long-term outlook isn't pretty. Okay, because if the next 4 years are like the last 40 years, the American middle class will disappear. Didn't we have Democrat presidents like Bill Clinton and Barack Obama? By the way, if anybody really knew just how involved Bill Clinton was, especially in deregulating Wall Street and big banks, people would be screaming bloody murder, Hey, Obama, 2008, gets elected. We got to look forward, not backward. So don't look back at the people who caused the economic collapse. The people we help don't get check titty boxes. What? They don't even fit into boxes. We're looking to help American originals, ready to fight the toughest battles in politics. And we're here to help you with sharp messaging and the next great iconic ad. So if you're looking for something different, you might have just found it. So these are the people, okay? And these are their ads right here. Look at all these ads. Pretty impressive, But the election is over, Democrats. You don't have a leg to stand on right now, because all of this is nothing more than a glorified stunt. All what you have now, Democrats, are just your words. And when we look at their words, it offers anger, because you are going to have a lot of progressives and independents wondering, well, where was all of this? Where was all this fight and energy? Where was all this passion, this rage to challenge the system? Because, I think all of you are now noticing, many of us are now noticing, that now progressives are challenging Biden now that he's out of office. They're saying, gee, we should have done this. Gee, we should have done that. I was so angry that Democrats were doing this. I'm so angry that the Democrats weren't listening to their base. You had 4 years to really shake things up and, quote unquote, hold Biden's feet to the freaking fire. Am I wrong here? But also, again, looking at this entire ad from start to finish, somehow people's phones are blowing up that this ad is going to shake things up. Right now, Democrats need to focus on reevaluating what you lost. You lost your voting base. You lost Arab and Muslim voters. You lost black voters. You lost Latino voters. You lost white voters. You lost men and women of all generations. You lost key electoral college swing states that were primary blue that shifted red. Why did you do it? Because we saw throughout the entire election year of 2024 how when progressives and independents were calling out Democrats to hold true to the principles and also, more importantly, stand against a genocide that's happening in Gaza, also addressing the economic crisis that we were going through, every single progressive and independent was told to shut up. And of course, there was always the cancel culture and the censorship and the suppression and the blaming and the humiliating tactics that allowed the vote blue no matter who people did. And this is supposed to what? Bring all of you, my viewers, right back to the Democrats? Folks, let's have democracy in the chat. Did this ad inspire you? Type 1 for yes. I type 2 for no. I wonder how many 2s will be in the chat, though.
Be good?
Let's go.
Action.
This is why people hate politics.
Donald Donald Trump will become the 47th president.
Republicans will pull off a political trifecta, controlling the House, the Senate, and the White House.
How can the left possibly come back from this?
Part of its rise, a creative ad campaign.
Tenacious, focused, unstoppable.
If you're doing everything right,
I'm never giving up. I'm never going to forget.
but find it harder and harder to get by,
These folks have been chanting every county, every vote.
you're not alone.
Hey, Bernie. 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 You had the power. You had the people. You had it in 2016. It was like lightning in a bottle. I remember it all too well. Still hurts to this day to even think about it. I mean, you had that great gift and you destroyed it. Wendy Carballo says, inspired me to keep voting third party, as we should all the time, every time. But more importantly, looking at the entire political landscape, I'm noticing that the squad wasn't there. I mean, maybe they'll be invited for the next one, but they weren't in it. They're supposed to be hyped up as the new leadership that's supposed to be coming around the corner. But the tried and true method of Democrats acting like Republicans seems to be the same playbook over and over again. If this is what you can do, Democrats, the midterms are going to be a crap show for you. And once again, every single one of us in independent media, we called this out. We asked you to listen to us, and you didn't. This is why we got to look at something different. Citizen ballot initiatives, third parties, independent organizations not connected to the two-party system. Because if we don't change our ways right now, we're going to get more of the same of this. And the Democrats will put on all this kind of song and dance to try and trick you into thinking that they're going to care about you. They don't. Where was this energy at? It's good to see the protesters out. It's good to see people saying loud resistance and, oh, the Democrats need to change. You're going to be hearing that for the next 4 years. And then, should a Democrat win the White House, brunch time all the time for the next 4 years. That can't happen.